Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. And well, today it's a weird one because right now we're seeing some rumors that potentially GTA 6 could be upwards of $100 per copy of the game itself. Now, as you guys probably know, there's been a lot of, I guess, somewhat turmoil when it comes to the gaming sphere. We did have that somewhat recent price increase from like a $60 standard for most AAA games to a, well, in my honest opinion, still weird to feel, $70 price tag. And while I understand the world when it comes to games, big AAA games costing hundreds of millions of dollars for a proper big AAA game, I understand you have to make that money back, and there's production costs, marketing costs, and you gotta go keep paying people a living wage. Sure. And as well, we also have inflation kind of involved in that too as well, where obviously just everything is going up in price, food, living, electricity, all that type of stuff. So that kind of does get somewhat proxied into games. But I will go and stand by this one. $100 to me is far too expensive. You could give me the greatest game on the entire planet known to man, and I still would probably be questioning a $100 price tag. And the main reason I'm sure you guys would understand is that a lot of these awful garbage words I'm not usually used to saying on my channel, games are going to try their best to go and charge $100 for the absolute mess and garbage that we're used to, and that's why I will go and say throughout this video, $100 is far too much money for a video game. So we're going to go break down the fact that it's rumor now that some analysts are pushing the idea that there is a $100 potential price tag for GTA 6, and let's go and talk about it. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We're very close to 70,000 subs, so we'd love to have you guys be a part of it. And a reminder, guys, I haven't talked about this a little bit too, we also are getting very close to our break. We'll probably have like a nice week or two properly off on YouTube, but there's a lot of really cool changes coming, and I hope you guys will enjoy. We'll have a breakdown video of that very, very soon. Just get the notifications on. In the next few days, we'll go talk about that. But just giving you guys like the preemptive warning. Subscribe here, the Twitters and Twitches down below. We also have the brand new gaming Twitter as well down below. Let's dive on into it. So as I've been kind of saying, video game as a whole, it's just becoming expensive. Like when it comes to the whole world's getting expensive. Like I'm sure you guys would probably agree. But the one big thing is that GTA 6 is going to be ideally, hopefully, the pinnacle of gaming. Like we're talking the best game ever made. We're talking the widest, best graphics, best details, best AI, best story, best multiplayer. Like if you guys remember GTA 5, even though that was God only knows how many years ago at this point, that game was groundbreaking. And whether it's even on now on the PS5 or on PC, it still is one of the better looking, more fleshed out games with a really good multiplayer experience. But right now there's big rumors, and this has been a big conversation on everything on the gaming sphere, and I want to hear your thoughts and comments on the prices of games as a whole down below. But people are saying there is a hope, and I don't think I'd probably use the word hope for it, there is a hope that GTA 6 will cost as much as $100, says analysts now in the gaming sphere. A price of $100 price tag for the GTA 6 would be a turning point for the industry, it is claimed. Now, I do want to say, usually when it comes to these analysts, anyone can kind of say this. Like, anyone can be like, oh, my God, like the PlayStation 6 is going to be $900 based on my analytics. Like, yeah, sure, you can kind of work in the game industry, but I'll be honest, as someone who is also an observer of the game industry, a lot of people are really just dumb. Like, let's just be honest with it. Or some people like to go have clickbait, push things a bit harder, whatever it might be. And that's understandable. So, I mean, even I do that sometimes on my YouTube channel, even on this maybe video. People might assume like a title like that might be clickbait, whatever it might be. But at the same time, there's also like a realism to it, because I think GTA 6 probably would get a lot of sales at $100. And I do think, like, obviously Rockstar has a notoriety. And in all honesty, I would feel okay spending $100 on it. Now, saying that on a YouTube video publicly where people are going to watch that and, you know, it's going to be here for the next 5 years, it might be a weird hot take, because I understand that's way too much money. And I hope to God that it will cost as much as $70, because they're going to be farming microtransactions in the multiplayer, trying to go and sell money, sell cars, sell buildings, sell whatever it might be, DLCs. Hopefully we never even got really that big GTA 5 DLC, which I would have loved. And hopefully they'll do something like that for GTA 6. But like, I would understand it. Like it will be that one game that would probably be worth $100. Now, I personally will stand by on record saying it will most likely be a $69, $99 game with a lot of microtransactions, as I just said. But that's where people are getting scared, because once again, this one rare game, this majestic game that we don't know if it's out yet or not, but I'm hoping it's going to be great, yeah, it might be worth $100, sure. But think about all the other mid-tier games out there. Like, think about if there's going to be a random PlayStation game or a Nintendo Switch game or any of the other various, even like AAA, EA, or Ubisoft games. Like, you try to sell Assassin's Creed for $100. And I don't want to be a hater on these games or genres, but a lot of those games are just not good. Like, I don't think I'd get $100 value from a lot of video games out there. There is a lot that are just bloatware. They're just gross. You have games that are now being utilized with AI and just copy pasting. There's no soul or passion, or in a lot of games I'll sometimes play, I feel like I never even saw the developers play the game to see if like the systems work, if the game flows well, like from a start to finish perspective. Now, sometimes games do that, and some games are well, but I can name a lot of games recently that just do not feel like they ever actually played the game they're playing. So basically saying a video game is analyst has claimed that there is hope in the industry that GTA 6 could cost up to $100 so that other companies could then raise their default prices as well amid global inflation and swelling AAA development costs. Now, number one, I've talked about this already in the video, but I don't mind $100 games if it's like a game with DLC, like an edition, or maybe like a Game Pass type thing. You know, I have like a season pass, maybe not Game Pass, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, sure. Or like you get like really crazy microtransaction stuff where it's a bonus, like a deluxe edition. Sure. But I don't like the idea of even spending $70 on games. Like, there's been $70 games that I will buy and I kind of regret. Like, I'm like, this is not worth $70. And I understand that there is a raising cost for games, but maybe make the game better. You know, maybe this is a hot take. Maybe make the game better, or as well, maybe not try to go and focus so much on improving graphics and having 1,000 developers working on a mediocre game that at the end of the day sucks. Like, I'll go and say a lot of Ubisoft games, for example. Some of those games are clearly just garbage, like, not in a trying to be too mean, but there's just a lot of games you could tell the soul is not there, the vibe is not there, and people are just not going to be happy with it. I myself have felt that way. That's kind of why I do enjoy things like Ubisoft Plus or Game Pass, because I don't mind spending like $13, $15 to go play games. EA's access, sure, whatever, but at the same time, you got to earn it. You know, you got to earn on either side. You had to earn the subscription, or you got to earn the actual game. And I just don't think a lot of games would ever be worth $100. Saying Matthew Ball of Elepion has released his State of Video Gaming in 2025 report, which muses on how the video game industry could change in the forthcoming year. One large focus of the report is Grand Theft Auto 6, which will doubtlessly be the biggest video game release of the year, should it make its planned 2025 release date. There's still some rumors it might be 2026, but we'll see. 2025 comes out. We also have the Pro 2 as well, makes sense. According to the report, there is a hope, I'm not sure they keep on using the word hope, within the video game industry that publisher Take-Two will use the unprecedented excitement around GTA 6 in order to bump up the default price of the game to $100. Once again, I don't like this. Once again, maybe it will be a rarity that this game would be worth it, but I truly will never, ever, on record, probably buy a game for $100 that's, unless maybe it's like 20, 40 or something. Sure, fine. But right now, I still think $70 is too much money. Truly. I mean, GTA might be God tier, sure. If I really like a game, I'll buy a microtransaction. If I really like a game, I'll buy a DLC. If I really like a game, I'll gift a copy to one of my friends who doesn't own it, because I feel like that's what the gaming community does. I don't want to spend $100 on a random Assassin's Creed, you know what I mean? Just not the vibe. So it's believed that Take-Two took the step with GTA 6, a game that will sell incredibly well regardless of the price, then others could follow suit and potentially aid in recovering spiraling development costs. Once again, though, I don't think development costs should be in the pocket of the consumer. I understand you have to have a business and price things business-wise, like make sure you're turning a profit on a game, because obviously game companies need to make money to survive, yes, but at the same time, like, maybe just don't spend as much money. Maybe turn down the scope of the game. Maybe turn down the graphics of the game. Maybe try to go make the game planned better for a proper budget. Because if you have $100 million to make a game, if you give me $100 million, even I myself with very minimal game production stuff, I could probably make you a really good game. Because $100 million is astronomical amounts of money, even in this day and age. Like, you give me that, you give that money to an indie developer or publisher, they can probably go and give you GTA 6. Now, that's a joke, because GTA 6 is probably going to be one of the craziest games with billions of dollars spent into it, but I think hope you got the metaphor. But GTA publisher Take-Two was one of the first to raise the price of games from 60 to 70 in 2020, which I do think is stupid, but there is still the one game out there that would make sense. And using the transition to the next generation of consoles as an excuse. While it's likely that GTA 6 will be released with a $100 version as a part of a lineup of various special editions, which I think that's fine. Other games do that, collector's editions, deluxe editions, you get soundtracks or collectibles or DLCs. That's okay-ish. It's currently expected that at the standard case, game will be $70, which is what I would want. If you make the standard base of this game $100, that'll be crazy. But I'm expecting $70. If it's not $70, this is going to be a riot in my end. Will I still buy it? I don't want to say yes, but I probably would. It's GTA 6. But that's kind of like, they kind of have us by the other nether regions, you know? And like, if we got to kind of do what they got to kind of make us have to do. So gaming budgets have exploded in recent years, but once again, that's not the consumer's fault. It's not our fault. And as expectations have grown for how much content is included in a game, I don't really mind. Like, I enjoy games with more content and better graphics and new features and stories, yes, but I'm also okay with a game that's like 12 hours long that's a god tier good experience versus a game that's 100 hours long, a bloatware. Once again, Assassin's Creed, good example. Like, I'd rather have a Silent Hill remake and remaster, and then the game is good. You beat it in 20 hours, but it's a good story, good experience, linear. You go like you go through it. Versus something like Assassin's Creed that's open world with a bunch of copy pasted enemies and same environments that are basically just randomly made from AI. Like, it's stupid. So at the end of the day, I think I'm okay with game prices staying 60, 70 bucks. I still think 70 is a little bit too egregious. But at the same time, would you buy GTA 6 for 100 bucks? Do you think that'd be the standard? Because I really hope we're never going down that route. And I want to hear your thoughts and comments on it down below. If you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, the new gaming Twitter down below. We have the Twitter down below for our normal tweets. We have the Twitch as well. And just give me your thoughts and comments down below.